This is by far the superior move. Go get him, Pyke! Boom, 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 boom. So, shadow mode to my opponent. Shadow mode to Sergeant Pepper. You played well. You played admirably, but boom, level up, throw that, get over here, and then boom, 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 boom. All Pirate Aggro down. Go on, take them. Get over here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Plus we've got a strike spell. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel with another deck for you today. This one, the all-in Pyke, which is all about, as it suggests, all-in on Pyke. This is a lurker deck, obviously, but we are not actually running Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is a great card, and these two do work together really well, but I really like Pyke's mechanic, and I really like Pyke's ability to be able to, like, once he levels up, basically clear a board. So the whole idea of this deck is that we are trying to level Pyke up quickly, but also we have the ability to draw Pyke quite reliably with Riot of Calling being in this deck as well. Now, sometimes you're going to want Pyke, and sometimes you're going to want like a hint to obviously be the one who you're lurking so that he becomes his spell Death from below. But we can, with Call the Pack, put Pyke to be the top card and get that spell out and get that spell of the death out as well. Sometimes getting multiple Pykes on the board at the same time. With Siphoning Strike to be able to get in that damage and also increase. And also bear in mind that if Pyke is leveled up and uses Siphoning Strike, it does actually make the effect of Siphoning Strike happen for every single kill that Pyke does on that turn. So it can actually get his stuff to a really crazy level. But yeah, the rest of the stuff is just standard kind of like lurk deck with a bit of draw in there as well, the drawing landmark. As I said, I decided not to put Rek'Sai in this deck just because I really wanted this to be more centered around Pyke rather than Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is still a good include, obviously, but as I said, it makes Riot of Calling less reliable for getting Pyke. That was the whole reason I wanted to do something with the strike spells coming off of Bone Skewer and Siphoning Strike is where we get his level up and then let him wipe an entire board. So this is the deck that I've gone with today. I hope that you enjoy what you see here today. This deck was not streamed, but I was recording it for YouTube, but I do stream, so obviously shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. I would love to hear your feedback in the comment section down below, or even in the Discord, link down below. Again, if you want to get in there, talk about all these new cards that are coming out, as well as just decks in general. I would love to hear your opinions on them, and if you enjoy what you see, why not consider hitting that subscribe button and help me get towards my 5,000 followers / subscribers, which is my goal for the end of the year. Anyway, without further ado, let's get in and see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. Ooh, because obviously, you're so used to seeing Fresh Nasus. Obviously, when Kindred first came out, you saw a bit of Nasus Kindred because they've both got a slay mechanic, but after that, we really didn't see those two together for a really long time. So it's actually interesting to see somebody trying to run these two together again. I wonder how the deck's going to go down. Okay. Throw this down. I've got my bait. I've got my chum in the water. Throw this down. Immediately go forward. I know that I could also start drawing Pyke at some point as well, and also put Pyke on top of the deck so that I know for a fact that I can get the spell version. They could have Rite of Negation, which is the main concern about doing a move like that, but I'm okay. I shall accept. So I want to go with throwing you down, of course. I could Bone Skewer, but I'm not going to. That's probably gonna be one of those things whereby I will live to regret, but it's fine. Hitting that, so that does mean if they want to block with the Abomination, they can do, or not. But I've got all the blocks for the Abomination if I wanted them. So, do I actually want to draw Pyke? I could draw Pyke, then put him to the top of the deck. I could actually do it. Sod it. I'm gonna make this one vulnerable. The one who's really easy to kill, who most likely is gonna get killed by Glimpse or Leech or something. Okay. Because I'm thinking to myself, I feel more secure when I know that Pyke is here. So I will take killing you. Killing you! The one who I just saw, admittedly, maybe I should have killed you, but I'll kill this one. Potential Rite of Negation or any form of removal. Just to know that I've got Pyke. Put him on top of my deck. The only thing with this is that my opponent knows. My opponent knows for a fact who's on top of my deck right now. So they know that Pyke is here. They know it. It's clear as day that Pyke is on top of my deck, so they know that they want to be keeping hold of any rights of negation that they get their hands on. They want to be keeping hold of it. So that is slightly scary, but at the same point, it's going to be fine, okay? Next turn, Kindred immediately drops. I know! That's fine. That is fine. At least that's not being used on Pyke. Like, I would be more scared if that was used on Pyke. So Rite of Negation is a thing. My opponent doesn't want to do anything, so I'm just going to go forward with you. Go hit lurk. Ah, damn! Okay, right, so we know that the next card is not a lurk card. That is actually important to know. That the next card is not a lurk card, so what it's going to be... Oh, when these two get together, it's such a glorious combination. Potential Vengeance. I'm gonna throw you down because you still allow the ability of the Pyke spell if I chose to use it. So we'll do this. It still leaves me, but they've got a Rite of Negation option if they want it as well. So this is where the mind games come in, because they've got Rite of Negation. They know that I've got Pyke as a spell. So they know that all it takes. I want to wait until they get past Vengeance and Ruination because they're in the territory of Ruination. Do I want to use Siphoning Strike? Okay. I will throw down you. I feel like Vile Feast. I've given them a target for Vile Feast there. So Ruination is no longer a thing, but Vengeance and Vengeance and Rite of Negation are still things. I kind of want to do this. Just because I feel like it forces them to use that Vengeance move that I assume they have in their hand. And by doing it on this target, it means that it's not as easy for them to... Like, because if I did it on this target, they immediately Vengeance and they still get this Q. If they Vengeance this, then it shouldn't count as being the mark. Ooh. Maybe I should have done it on top of you. They've still got a Rite of Negation. Still got a Rite of Negation. So I'll leave that. That does actually now, because does actually now still count. Because immediately they did slay it. I will say that. I feel like Rite of Negation is in that hand. I feel like Rite of Negation is there. It's staring me down. I want to be scared, because they've only got 5 health. You need to remember that. I've only got 5 health right now, so anything that I can do which is kind of forcing them down slowly but surely. Oh, the atrocity move! Okay. I'll take it. I mean, I have allowed them to level Kindred. I probably should have gone with the Bone Skewer to deny the Kindred level up. That is my own bad. See, I don't know, maybe I'm getting too much in my head about the chance of this Rite of Negation. Like, I might be getting too much in my own head. But if they've got Rite of Negation, they use it here. And if they use Rite of Negation, then we use Death from then we use Death from below. I knew it! I knew you had the Rite of Negation. That is why I played around it. I mean, admittedly, I feel like I'm going to be going into a Ruination move. Because I don't have a Rite of Negation right now. I can use this on top of... Oh, actually, now I've got... I mean, Heart of the Cards, Yugi! Heart of the Cards, Yugi! Okay. Now. This might sound silly. This might sound silly, but it's a plan nonetheless, right? So it does mean getting Pyke back out of play again, but it means that he gets a strike in. He gets a strike in, helping him level. We also kill one Nasus, so that Nasus isn't a problem. I've got you. Admittedly, I should have done this the other way around, because the other one already had Overwhelm on them, whereas this one is going to take a little bit more to get to Overwhelm territory. I'm going to, like... Actually, I do want to play... I do have Right of Negation, so if they do have a Ruination... Of course! Of course you return! I wish I had something that made vulnerable. Or something along those lines. Sadly, I've got no vulnerable maker. I kind of have to leave it, weirdly, because I can't... I've got nothing. Nothing! Which really helps me out here. I could level Pyke, at least. But this is a scary fault. That I've got nothing that I can do anything about that. I've kind of got to go with it. I've got to go. Regardless of what I've got and what I haven't got, I've got to do it. Because on the plus side, it levels Pyke. So he might die here, and that is also the level up on Nasus. But Nasus has got less health now. Nasus has got less health. And so I can defend self. I can still defend self against what they've currently got. I've got a Right of Negation if worst comes to the worst. Pyke, I said, is leveled. So I just need to find Pyke and strike mechanics. And then I'll be A-okay. Draw would be nice. Draw would be very nice right now. So that's fine. Because all I've got to do is throw you in front of this. Then we throw down you. I need draw. Please. Come to me, draw. Please. I need it. So that's one Nasus down. One Nasus down. They've only got 5 health. It's so close to death. We gotta go. We gotta go. We've got a free attack.
Where are you?
Literally all I can do. All I can do is try to force out all of their cards. Okay, so on the plus side, wait, who else died on this turn? Was it it was the first wave as well. I was gonna say, who else died on that turn? Not gonna lie, this is they're setting themselves up to what could be just another really big Nasus drop. This is fine. Oh, imagine how scary that would have been if they actually had hit that on the turn where Nasus died. That just brought Nasus back immediately. I need your predicts. I need your predicts. I need them to be good. Okay. So, willing to sacrifice one of these if I needed to. Bone Skewer doesn't help me. I feel like I've got to take you because you at least give me more cards. Like everything else here, there's a strike spell and whatnot. You at least give me more cards that I can work with. It's not what I need, it's not what I want, but I've got to make the moves which make the sense. I can Right of Negation, but if I Right of Negation, I can't use that card next turn. So, because you need to choose a card to put on top of the deck. Admittedly, this is going to be a not a lurker, because it's to play, put a card in your hand on top of your deck. So I know for a fact I'm putting not a lurking card on top of my deck. Oh, but now this actually has got the ability of changing that. So, oh shit! I mean, they still could have come back. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine how big that Nasus could have been. That Nasus actually could have been atrocity worthy. They'd already used one atrocity, obviously, but they could still die. Shed a vote to my opponent. Pirate Aggro, how I know thee well. Right of Negation, maybe against, because I Decimate, right, so the cards they're mostly going to have Decimate, Fervor, obviously this works on skills as well, so I mean like any skill which is coming off of Misfortune or Gangplank as well could be negated. So it is, I feel like Right of Negation is the important card to keep in this matchup. I already have Pyke. Throw this down, hope that I hit something.
Reporting in.
Hope that I hit something. Okay. Bone Skewer is actually quite a nice card to get here. Take that damage, Hitler. Yes! Okay, and so it begins!
There's plenty of killing left.
Want to be throwing forward this.
I never.
Okay, I do have a Bone Skewer to deal with this fight. I want Pyke to be the one who I Bone Skewer with. I could even make it so that Pyke is my strike spell. Is it going to be worthwhile making Pyke the strike spell, or is it just better just keeping him as this for now? I feel like I need to develop more. I feel like developing more. So the fact that we could potentially get multiple Pyke strikes, that's actually really nice. That's very nice. So just gonna go forward with this one. They've got two good trades. Two good trades. I want to keep you back because otherwise you would just be traded off by one of these two. We've got Pyke as being our strike spell. We could then technically make this Pyke another strike spell as well if we play our cards right. Just so we're helping quickly level Pyke. And then once we've leveled Pyke, yet again, it's very much like it shuts down because this whole deck strategy is about building a quick board of things which do a lot of damage. If we then wipe that board, it's kind of done from that point. I'm really surprised I mean, I guess they still want to stay wide on me, but they could have gone forward there.
Okay, ready.
Okay, keeping their backliner out of this. Okay. Fervor is what they are. So what I know is that they are setting up their Fervor move. That is what they're doing, because they are expecting me to do this. Hence meaning that they could then use Fervor off of you, but obviously Pyke still comes out anyway. And then boom. Now it's whether or not you want to Fervor off of this unit. I've got another Pyke in hand anyway, so we know for a fact they've got Fervor. And that is what that teaches you, is for a fact they've got Fervor. But what I can do is I can go, aha! I'm putting Pyke on top of my deck! I'm putting Pyke on top of my deck, which allows me to use his strike move. But not only that, I mean, it does mean as well, I can Bone Skewer and know that Death... So he would then become the top card, and then Death Below would be the card afterwards, and obviously I've got a draw card as well. So I could have actually considered using Bone Skewer.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
Oh, do I want to just, like, get you leveled up, like, so quickly? Because, I mean, I could go for it. Like, just Bone Skewer this now. Is it one of those things? No, I'll leave it. I might end up regretting, but I'm gonna leave it. So throw you forward, force them to have to do something or not, but even if they don't, it still means I've got a defense.
You can't do this.
That's fine. I will accept this one's death. I could have actually thrown down this, got my death from below, then done this move. Actually, no, it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, now you're forcing my hand. So, I guess I will take Pyke doing the strike into this. Just because, yet again, we're helping Pyke with his level up. I can throw this down next turn to get death from below. So... Because obviously, like, you know, we're getting the non-death Pyke on top of the deck. But I'm trying to help level Pyke. That's the reason why I chose the decisions that I have made here today. Okay. I'll do this. Because I feel killing Gangplank makes more sense. I could have played this Pyke. But if I would have played this Pyke, I wouldn't have gained anything from it. By doing this... This is by far the superior move. Go get him, Pyke! Boom, 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 boom. So, Shadow Mode to my opponent. Shout out to Sergeant Pepper. You played well. You played admirably, but boom, level up, throw that, get over here, and then boom, 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 boom. All Pirate Aggro down. Go on, take them. Get over here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Plus, we've got a strike spell. Plus, I've now got a strike spell. Plus, let's face it, this game is done. So, shadow vote to my opponent. Oh, and the list. I mean, the list sadly doesn't do much for me at the moment, but do this shadow vote to my opponent. The fact that we had, like I said, that other strike spell in hand, it was all gravy. We sorted this out. Back to the waters. Let's go. Good old Azir Irelia. I remember you way back when. I would think that it's still a powerful deck. I'm not gonna poo-poo it and say it's not a powerful deck. It still is actually quite a powerful deck. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be fine against it, but I do never underestimate your opponent.
The Emperor commands.
The Emperor commands. Bollocks obeys.
Azir's command.
Actually, no. I'll take out this and stop myself from taking 2 points of damage. The thing is, if I hit Lurk, I'm gonna be killing this anyway, so sod it. Throw you down. Throw down this. I'm feeling like at the moment, okay. Because I know that I'm gonna be hitting Lurk. We're going forward. We've thrown Pyke back, but we've got draw. We've got a strike spell. We've got like a predict where we try to predict getting our Pyke at some point. You know what? I'm actually feeling relatively okay. He says. If we see Irelia, we do have a bone skewer.
Every blade, every
I mean, I feel like I have to. I can block and then bone skewer. That's what my mind is telling me. Throw down, because obviously once I do this, that's fine. Allow it to happen. Block. And then bone skewer, just to know that one Irelia is down. That's fine. And then we can throw down like next turn. Throw that back down again. I feel like we're gonna throw this down. I want to keep my free attack for when it's their turn, so I'm trying to get my lurks up even more. Like that's the plan. Hopefully hit Pyke. Yes! That's what I'm talking. So we know for a fact we're getting the Pyke spell, and that's important. It is very much important that I know for a fact I'm getting the Pyke spell. So that now means that if we see Azir or we see I mean, admittedly, deny is a thing, so it's kind of having to play a lovely game of a lovely. Well, I mean, I guess they didn't want me to predict again. Okay, that does make sense. I'll give you that. I was trying to feel like, why would you give me this one back? But because it's obviously just a one cost and quick for me to play, but it does make sense. I will throw forward you. So just hitting Lurk again, just like that Pyke. He's getting bigger and bigger. Okay. I'll wait for them to go forward because I feel like they did. There we go. I mean, I will accept. I will accept on this because it gives Pyke a second attack so that he can get close. Because this whole deck is about leveling Pyke, and so the more strikes he can get in, the better. Thank you. You've actually. I mean, admittedly, they could throw down the spell to help this out, but that's fine. I didn't think they would have it. It was a gamble, because I literally gambled with Pyke's life there. But we're going to go for trying to level Pyke. So Pyke is now leveled, and that should be near enough game over. The second that Pyke levels, it is kind of done. I mean, I say that. I need to find my strike moves, but now that he's leveled, that lovely level up animation is kind of done against like Azir Irelia. Oh, you gotta love beating this deck when you beat it. I mean, it's one of those things where Pyke was so meta dominant for so long that it feels so weak now. I know that it took some hits. I know that it's had things, but still, it feels so good when you beat it now. Okay, the ability to get another Pyke on board potentially if we draw Pyke again. I mean, I've got all my draw. This has actually worked out very nicely. Okay, I mean, all I've got to do is kill. There's another Pyke. So, and also that does mean that I get the fast speed of being able to kill things. So I want to kill things. Okay. Now I could stop this because this would slow down these ones, but part of me is considering, do I want to get 2 pikes on the board? Is that just too greedy? Am I just being too greedy right now? Because like potentially that is what is happening here, is that I've decided to be a little bit too greedy when I don't need to be. I'll wait. I'll wait. Because it would basically remove Pyke from my clutches. I don't really want to remove Pyke from my clutches. I can make this. You know what? Let's get greedy. Let's get greedy up in here. So I want all the pikes. Double Pyke action. It's what I want. It's what I demand. It's what I deserve. It's what I deserve. Okay.
I can learn from watching you.
You can learn from watching me. What you're about to see is going to be glorious. So I'm going to throw you down. Even if I lose this Pyke, because they actually no, they can't because they've used up all their mana. I was going to say like, I mean it's plus stats, isn't it? So actually I can't just go in for a strike as easily as I would normally. Maybe I should have kept. Maybe I went a little bit too greedy. Okay. Think, Gomez, think. Am I willing to sacrifice 1 Pyke for the greater good? Or am I just willing just to sacrifice these stats? Yeah. I'm willing to take this damage for what I can defend. Could even consider throwing down this on top of you, like, because I'm not gonna need to draw past the next point, I don't think. He says, he says with massive overconfidence. He says with massive overconfidence. It's fine. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Yeah, so overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. And though this may be true, because it is, next time on Dragon Ball Z, we're getting a significant amount of draw. We're getting Pyke in a spell form, which literally can be used at any point to near enough, like, decimate their army. So, oh, I mean, yes. Yes! Oh, Gomez, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't, no, Gomez, stop, stop. Gomez, please, stop. Stop, Gomez! I mean, share them out to my opponent. I had so many different options. The idea was I waited to build up a little bit more of a board so we could use Cybernetic Strike and just let the buffs go crazy. But also, yeah, amazing times. We had like, Twisted Fate Swade, who's seen a reprisal. Like, I still remember when this deck was like really a long time ago in a galaxy far away. This actually was like the creme de la creme of decks. That it's like you saw it everywhere on the ladder. It was a really powerful deck. I mean, to be fair, it still is a powerful deck. It's because of obviously all the buffs that happened to build Jordan's boy back. But come on, hit lurk, yes! And it is Pyke! Okay, so we already know the move. So actually, I feel massively secure now. I know that I've got the Pyke spell. Know that Pyke is here. He's come for me. Now we just have to make our boy more buff. So throw this out. Imagine if we get another, like, if we hit this and hit another Pyke. These are my rules! These are your rules. By all means, go forward. Do 2 damage. I can live with it. So I want to throw down you. Please hit Pyke. Hit Pyke again. If we could just get all the Pykes as spells. This. No, what? No! No! What did you do? This game has only just begun! How dare you leave me as I'm starting to get things so nice! Share them out to my opponent. Okay, so this is going to be a Poro deck, right? Let's face it. It is Poros Ahoy. I'm going to keep the draw. I'm going to get rid of the list. I'm going to get rid of you for the time being. I'm going to keep these 2. Strike moves against Poro is nice. Could have done with an early... Could have done with... Potentially the list is not actually really needed in this list. Oh, comedy. Morely because there's like The reason I put it in here is as a vulnerable maker for things I wanted to kill with the fast speed of Pyke. And here's there's Pyke actually. Okay, fine. We might see its use, but we'll see how we go. We do have Bone Skewer. I'm gonna be throwing this down because I've got very little else planned. Potentially we'll hit like a call next turn. So next turn call. If you can hit a Pyke for me, honestly, Cooler, if you can hit a Pyke, I would be much appreciative. So please hit Pyke. I said hit Pyke. I mean, I'll take you because you are a lurker. Out of all the decisions, kind of maybe would have considered Bone Skewer to be the nicer one, but I'll take it. Start getting Pyke's damage up. It is always crucial. Get Pyke's damage up because we're trying to level Pyke as quickly as possible. So the more strikes and more things that we can get in with him, the better. Knowledge that we can draw Pyke is also very nice. Okay. So we can put Pyke on like a top of the deck and then like a draw another Pyke and all of this so that we can like get the Pyke spell at some point, but it's fine. Okay, all the Pykes. So I really wish I had one extra point of mana so I could throw Pyke down and still be able to use Bone Skewer. Like just that, the option of having it open would have been nice. Okay. I'll go and throw you down. I want this. It's not what I need, but it's what I want. Okay. I'm just gonna stay out of there because I want to throw Pyke forward. Of course, Poros snack. So the plan is I want to throw Pyke out. I want to throw Pyke forward. I could even throw Pyke out, use Bone Skewer, and then go forward, which just means that we'd have Pyke as the spell. So we could Bone Skewer, then go forward, knowing that Pyke's on top of the deck, and we've still got that strike. Which actually would not be the worst. It would not be the worst plan. I'm just trying to think, like, how does that deck run, Get Excited? I know it runs Thermal Beam, I believe, but I can't remember whether or not it runs Get Excited or not. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it and hope, because at least this means that we'll get one. It's gonna be. Oh, curse you. I mean, on the plus side, that is a buff, which on the plus side means that. Yes, I'm gonna go forward. They can't use another Poros snacks. We go forward, both of them. If they want to trade that, they can trade that. It doesn't matter to me. But on the plus side, we do have another Pyke, so we can at least strike one of them. So Pyke has done some damage. Some form of damage has come from Pyke, and that's fine. I'll take that. I'll honestly got to take that trade. I've still got this unit, and I can play this one. And so we've got the Pyke spell version. We can use Siphoning Strike at some point as well. Like, we just have to hold and hope that they don't find like a Heart of the Fluff and okay, right, more elusives. More elusives! Which I physically cannot do anything about right now. So more elusives that I can't do anything about, other than obviously like I can kill one of them with the Pyke spell, but all it takes is enough Poros snacks and they can destroy my world around me. Okay. I can obviously use the list to make one of them vulnerable as well. So, maybe that's what I should have done last turn, actually, just to kill another one of them. Probably would have been the smarter choice. Okay. So, just going for killing one. We could also... That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but... That's fine, because Pyke still kills. We could even Bone Skewer one again. Okay. Part of me kind of wants to throw down the list. But I will go for... I mean, I want to keep the option of... Just in case Thermal Beam comes down, I kind of want to keep the option of this open. How close are you, Pyke? You're getting there. You're getting there, my friend. Because all we need to do is just keep the faith. Keep the faith! Okay. Because...
Tide's rising.
do I want to use this?
I wasn't ready either.
Okay. We'll go like this. I probably should have used this. Just have another Pyke in there, but it's fine because I'm thinking to myself what I want to do is Siphoning Strike. We need to keep we need to keep a fast speed option open for Pyke to be able just to go boom with all the Poros. So we'll do this. Do this. Throw down Siphoning Strike. So boom. One Poro down. Another Poro down. They're going more elusive, so I need to do this. I need to do this for the level up, and also then keeping Bone Skewer as a thing. Okay. So boom! That's the level up on Pyke! So we've now got that Bone Skewer. That Bone Skewer is going to be so important to be able to help save me. Okay. I mean, of course, he does it on his level up. Well, I completely forgot about that fact. Shut up! I mean, they still had that other Poro, so they're still going to throw that Poro and have potential lethal on me because their Poro is 1-4 attack. But obviously, we did have Bone Skewer. So shout out to my opponent. Really well played. I forgot that he does it on the actual immediate level up of it, but good times. Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.